Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing good. Stay home, stay safe. In this lecture, we are going to know something about list, which is a very popular data structure in Python. But before going on to list, let us recapitulate what we have learned in our last lesson. In the last lesson, we have learned about strings. What are strings? Strings are nothing but a series of characters. We can traverse, we can reverse the string, etc. So we can do a lot of things with strings. But what we cannot do is we cannot make changes to the string. Okay. So now in some cases we need to store a list of items. Okay, now this list of item can only be stored in the data structure which is called list. Okay, and the basic difference between a string and a list is mutable. Mutable means which can be changed. Okay, so let us now go to Jupyter Notebook. You all are aware with this Jupyter Notebook. I open this and okay, now ignore whatever is written. There are so many codes written on the screen. Ignore these. What we will be doing is, look here where my pointer is. Okay, I am going to create a list, okay, which will have three elements. Okay, my name of my list is friends, and the first element is Ajay, the second element is Vijay, and the third element is Abhay. Fine. Now if you see this closely, what have I written? Friends, which is nothing else but a tag name, a name given to the list. Okay, followed by is equal to sign. This is an assigning operator. With the help of this operator, I am assigning all the three elements Ajay, Vijay and Abhay, separated by a comma. You can see here Ajay, comma, then Vijay, comma, then Abhay. One more thing that you must have observed is Ajay, Vijay and Abhay are written inside quotation mark, single quotes. Okay, so all the alphanumeric value, they have to be written inside single quotes or double quotes for that matter. Okay, now this is a common way of making a list. Okay, so what is a list? List is an object which has the capacity of holding many elements, right? Now up till now you must be clear about how to make a list. Okay, now how to make a empty list? Say if I give the name my list is equal to open square brackets and close square brackets, it will make an empty list. Okay, now we are doing away with this since we all know that. Now let us go back to what I have already typed here. Okay, now I have taken three tags or three lists. Okay, why I'm calling it tagged? Because it is just a name given to these elements: fruits, price and mixed. Okay, these are three lists. Let us take first fruits: orange, lemon and grapes. These are three elements assigned to fruits. Price 56, 76, 80 and 34.8. These are four values assigned to price. If you see the difference, these are alphanumeric values and these are numeric values. And if you watch this closely, the last one, 34.8, is a floating point number or a decimal value. Okay, so we can give numbers, decimal values, we can give alphanumeric values also, strings for, if you call it. Okay, and third type is mixed, orange 56. Now if you watch here, what is orange 56, lemon 76? What is it? This is a mixed kind of value. This is alphanumeric, this is again numeric, this is alphanumeric, again numeric. Order can be anything. So it can have mixed values also. Is it clear? Okay. Now we have created the list. Now what is the first requirement? First requirement is to access the list items, okay, or the elements. How do I access the list elements? Okay, so when we talk about accessing list element, what is a very important thing is to know about the indexes. Okay, why indexes? Because fruit is a one distinct location, one distinct a tag. Okay, and in this, orange, lemon and grapes are stored. Okay, so I'll take you to a different page here. Okay, this, and let us open this. Okay, fine. So list and indexes. So what are indexes? If you see, there are two ways of assigning indexes. Okay, now first let us understand what are indexes. Since the values are stored in one variable, okay, which is the list, the object list, it has to have different location inside the memory. Okay, so orange is stored in the 0th index of fruits, lemon is stored in the first index of fruits, and grapes is stored in the second index number of fruits. Okay, if you watch here, it starts from 0 to 2. So 0 to 2, it makes it 3. So how many elements do we have? 3 elements. Clear? So 0th index, it starts from 0th index. 0th index refers to the first element, first item. First index refers to the second item, and second index refers to the third item. This is a common general mistake students make. Okay. Another way of indexing is called reverse indexing. Now what is this reverse indexing? Reverse indexing, the index number starts from the end of the list. Okay, now if you see here, fruits -1. So the last index will be last element will be referred by -1. Okay, and then second last -2 and -3, so on and so forth. Is it clear? So two ways of accessing is, first is left to right and second one is right to left. First one, index number starts from 0, okay, and right to left index number starts from -1. Okay, let me take you back to Jupyter Notebook. Okay, now if you see here, this I have already explained, fruits, orange, lemon, grapes, and these three lists I have already explained. Okay, now let us see here, print fruits 0. Okay, so fruits is what? Print, we all know that print is used to print or display something. So print fruits, fruits is the name of the list, and 0th item. What is the 0th item? Orange. So what will be printed? Orange. Fine. Orange, it has printed orange. Then print fruits -3. So I told you this, I have used reverse indexing here. -3 is -1, -2 and -3. Okay. So for both fruits 0 and fruits -3, it has printed orange. Clear? Okay. Now let us take another example. Print fruits index number 1 inside the square bracket. This is very important, students. Okay, you'll have to write the index number inside the square brackets. Okay, so 1 is what? 0 and 1, right? I told you this is a positive indexing. So positive index starts from 0. So 0 and 1. So it has printed lemon. Fine. Let us see another example. Print mixed minus 2. Mixed, I have referred to mixed this thing. Okay. And minus 2 is this. Okay. Grapes. Let us take another example. Print price, then square bracket. Suppose I want to display 80. So 80 is where it is on the second index, third element but second index. Okay. Now I am running this, control N. Now there is some mistake here. Now okay, you see I have forgotten to close this bracket for print, right? Control Enter. Fine. Now orange, orange, lemon is the result for these three statements, orange, orange, lemon, and print price 2 is 80. Price and 0, 1, 2. Okay. So this is how we access the elements present in the list. Fine. Now suppose I want to make, so in the beginning of the lecture, what did I tell you? That these lists are mutable. We say mutable, it means that we can make changes. Okay. Now how can I make changes? Say, okay, I am deleting this. Okay, fine. Okay, now this. Okay. Let us have a question first. Instead of lemon, I want to have what? I want to have banana here. Getting me? Instead of lemon, I want to have banana here. Okay. So what am I changing? I am changing the index. I will be changing according to the index number, referring to the index number. Okay. So what is the index number? Index number is 0, 1. Okay. What is the name of the object? Fruits. So I write fruits is equal to, not is equal to here. Why? Because I don't want to make changes to fruits. I want to make changes to a particular element, which is lemon. I want to change lemon to banana. Okay. So what is the index number? 1. Okay. Orange is 0, lemon is 1. Equals to what? Banana. Right? Clear? Now I print this. Print fruits. Control Enter. Now you see what is the result? Orange, banana and grapes. Okay. So the first index is replaced. Fine. Now let us take another example. Suppose I want to use reverse indexing here. Fine. So I write, suppose fruits, which index? -3 is equal to, new value is apple. Fine. Now to see, what will I do? I will print fruits again. Okay. So now I run this, control Enter. Now this orange, banana, grapes is the result of print fruits here after replacing the second element with banana, and apple, banana, grapes is the result of this print fruits, because I have used a reverse index -3 and stored which, the new value apple there. Okay. Now what we'll be doing is, now what have we learned so far? We have learned how to make lists, how to make an empty list, how to make different kind of list, or a list can be of what? Alphanumeric numeric elements, or floating type, or a mixed type of list also we can have. Okay, so key point is lists are mutable. Why mutable? Because we can make changes. We have seen how do we make changes. Second thing that we have learned is to traverse. Traversing means to display the element present on a particular index number, okay, or to display a particular element from the list. Okay, so you can your list might contain hundreds and thousands of items. Okay, so if you want to display one particular item, you'll have to refer it with that particular index number. We have done that here. Print fruits 0, print fruits -3. Okay, all these things. Fine. And after that, what we have learned? We have learned to store values or to change values in the existing list. Okay. So question might arise that how do we change multiple values? Okay. So that will be looking at this problem at a later distinct chapters. For that we'll be using slicing. But for now,